Hi guys, welcome back again. On this session again, we're gonna continue with the maps. We're gonna be looking at this one again, which is similar to the three videos, but now this one guy is going to be very short and straightforward. And yeah, let's go. Now here is a question that we have. Question number 2. It says here Joyce wants to drive from Pretoria to Gaborone to visit her grandparents so that they can celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary together. She found a map shown below that will help her navigate her journey. Use the information as well as the map above to answer the question that follow. Now let's go about that. Now here the question says identify the type of map shown above. Obviously is this map here, the one that I've put this side here. So what type of a map is this one? So your answer, therefore, by now you should know this is a let me try to increase the size of this. So by now you know this is a okay, yeah. Let's try this kind. Okay, this is a strip map, or if you like you can say chart. So this is a strip chart. So that was so simple again. And now let's look at the next question here. It says here 2.1.2 says list all the national roads displayed on the map for Botswana region. So now let's look at this map here. Right, so if we look at this map, you can pick up that on this map there's actually 3 countries that are shown here. There's Namibia here, and then this line here definitely represent the borderline. So once you jump this line, therefore there is Botswana here, and then in Botswana it goes until it ends on this line. This line is a borderline, and then up here we have South Africa. So therefore we have 3 countries that are appearing on this strip map. But the question says here, list all the national roads. Now the national road displayed on the map for Botswana region. So we're going to focus on this Botswana region. So the region that we want to focus on is this region here, Botswana. So, but now they're looking for national road. So you remember that in the previous videos that we have done, these pentagons here, these pentagons that you see here, they are representing the national road. So the national road number 1 on Botswana, we're gonna these are the 3 national roads here. It says list all, therefore that means you have a national road A1, and then the other one is going to be A2, the other one is going to be A3. So then that is your 3 marks, therefore that's where it's going to come from. It's going to come from this. But if they were talking about South Africa, definitely it's going to be N1 and N4. These are the national road that you see here. But if they're talking about Namibia, Namibia, there's B1 and B6. Those are the national routes that are found in Namibia. But now let's move on to the next question here. It says determine the distance between Zeerust and Lobotswe. Yeah, Lobotswe in kilometers. So on this map, if you check the distance here, it's already in kilometers, guys. So but you need to look for Zeerust. So here is Zeerust here. Zeerust is on this side. So as you can see here, so according to this, it's on to 221 from Pretoria. And then where is Laboots? And then Laboots and then is somewhere in Botswana. So here, that's where you find it there. Okay, let me bring it back to where you can see it closer. So now here is Zerast, here is Labut, and then they say calculate the distance between these two points. So now you're going to use either you're going to use this point here, the difference between these two, or you're going to use the difference between these two on the right. So it's any of these two, they must give you the correct answer. So number one, to calculate the distance here, you can say 279 minus 221, and then this, it's supposed to give you 58 kilometers. Or you can use the other side on the right. When you're using the side on the right, so the distance increases as you go this side. Therefore, you can also use 1,165 minus 1,107. So also this is supposed to give you the same distance. So that is your answer for that one. You get your 3 marks by just writing any of these two. Now, here we go now to this part of the question. Now it says that on her way back from Gaborone to Pretoria, Joyce left at 18:20. This is a 12-hour format time. It's very important to note that. And then this is calculate her arrival time if she was traveling at an average speed of 120 kilometers. So now this is, you may use the following formula. So now here's the formula, and the formula has already been arranged for you. Time is the subject of the equation, and then distance divided by speed. So therefore, this is the formula that we have. So we must calculate the arrival time. So that means you need to find the traveling time. What was the traveling time from Gaborone to Pretoria? But now, before that, also we need to also find the distance from between these 2 points. So what is the distance from Gaborone to Pretoria? So we need to find the distance there. So what is the distance now? Let's calculate it very quickly. So now, if we look for the distance now, in this case, what will be the distance now? Let's look at it from Gaborone. So where is Gaborone? Therefore, here, I'm gonna try to highlight it. Gaborone, it's here. Yes, it's here. And then where is Pretoria? And then Pretoria, it's here. It's on this position here at the bottom. So the distance between Gaborone to, so from the distance from here, from Gaborone to Pretoria, and then if you check carefully there, you're gonna notice that Gaborone is more inside. It is not on this main road. So Gaborone, from Gaborone to Labotso, and to get the main road there, the distance is also given there as 45. So that means from Gaborone you must come to the main road, which is A2. This is a highway, national road. Then to get to A2, which is the same as N4, so you will travel 45, and then plus the distance from here. So the distance from this point, from this vertical side, and then coming here to the bottom. Yeah, my line is very bad. And the distance that you're gonna find here, the distance from this point here. Yeah, the distance that I'm talking about, this point here, this yellow line here. So the distance there from this point, if maybe you can count it like from Pretoria to here, to this Labotso, which is this line here. So you can find that the distance, it is about 200. It is 279. That means distance from Pretoria to Labotso is 279. But from here, from Labotso to Gaborone, therefore is plus, you're gonna say plus 45. Therefore, this would give us a total distance of 324 kilometers. So that's a total distance. Yes, there's other method of calculating the distance also. The other method that you can also use to calculate the very same distance, yeah, you can find the difference of these two, points here, which is, you can either say in bracket 1 386, the distance from here to this point, and you find the difference of those two, which is 117, and then you find the difference of that, and then plus 45. Therefore, you still get 324 kilometers. So it's still the same. The distance is still the same there, kilometers. So that's what you're going to get. Now that is our distance, and then we already have the distance. The speed is already given to us there. Here is our speed there, which is 120. So what is the time it will travel? The traveling time, therefore. So what would be the traveling time? So the traveling time, therefore, the traveling time, therefore, is going to be distance, which is distance is equals to how much? How much is our distance? It is 324 divided by the time. The speed is 120. So therefore, it will give us. It's going to give you something. If you put in your calculator, it's going to give you 27 over 10. And now you don't leave your answer like this because you're looking for time. So make sure that you press ST if you're using Casio, then this, so that you write it as a decimal. This as a decimal is going to give you 2.7 hours. So yeah, it's very important that I explain this part here, because most of you guys, some of you, let me not say most, but some of you guys, you make a mistake saying that this is 2 hours and 7 minutes. No, this is 2.7 hours. So the other hours are not full, but you have a remaining few minutes to make it a complete hour. So what you need to do when you get something like this, because you need to write the especially what you have to calculate the arrival time. This is here. I forgot to read the last part here, because the last part says what? Calculate her arrival time if she was traveling at an average speed of 120. So we are calculating the average time, arrival time now. So now, what you need to do here, make sure that you convert these few hours into minute. These few hours are into minute. But when you get to this 2.7, you want to press ST. Definitely, when you press ST, it's going to give you 2.7. But there's a button in your calculator, if you're using Casio, at the top is written fact. At the top there is written fact. Or that button, it has something like it has decreased like this. It has something like this, like it has decreased like this. If you press that button, therefore it's going to convert this. It's going to convert this further now. It's going to convert this further. This is going to give you 2, and then something like this, and then also it's going to give you 42, something like this. It's going to write it like this. When it's write it like this, so this, it means 2 hours. Then this 42 is minute. This will be your minute. So now it's best if you write it like this, because you have to calculate the arrival time. So now, if you have this, it is 2 hours 42 minutes. Therefore, how do you calculate the arrival time? Therefore, so to calculate the arrival time, you want to say arrival time. And then you're gonna take the starting time, which was what? It was 18:20, and then you're gonna say plus. You want to say plus 2 hours, and then how many minutes there? Let me put it like this. How many minutes? You want to say 42 minutes. So now what you're going to do, you want to do just your basic calculation there. So you're going to add minutes. These are minutes in your time. These are the remaining hours, 18 hours. So now you're going to add these two. When you add these two, remember, if you add these two, therefore, you add these minutes plus minutes, therefore, this is going to give you a total of how much if you add these two. So it's going to give you 62 minutes. And now in this 62 minutes, remember 60 out of this 62, it's 60 plus 0.2 minutes, right? So this 60, it is an hour. So these are 2 minutes. So what you're going to do now, you're going to write only 2 here. And then the 60 is an hour. Therefore, you're going to transpose this minute into hours. When you transpose this 60 into hours, therefore, here you're no longer going to have 18, but you're going to have what? 19. You're going to have 19 now on this part. You're going to have 19. So now, because of this 60 minutes that you convert into hours, therefore, it's going to be 19. Now you're going to say, now you're going to come into this side of the hours, say 19 plus 2. Therefore, this is going to give you 21. So now the arrival time, therefore, they're going to arrive 2 minutes past 9. So that will be their arrival time. So that's how definitely you calculate this one. Now, let's move on to the next question. The next question now, it says to us, yeah, the estimated population of Namibia is currently 3,136,844. Write the population out in words format without using using numbers. So now I've already pronounced it for you. So what you need to do there, you need to make sure you write it in words. So let me start here. Okay, this will be, says 3 million and 3 millions, and then it says what? 100. And there is 36, and then this would be 1,000. And then from there, I think you maybe put a comment and then say 8. And then these are 800. 800 what? 800. Let me see right here. Oh, okay, and and 44. Yeah, that's how you want to write it. So easy, guys. The way you pronounce it, the way you write it. If you fail to pronounce it, you cannot write it correctly. So make sure that, guys, these are your 2 marks that you need to collect. They're just giving you for free. If the way you say it, if you say it correct, you can also write it correct. But if you can't say it correct, therefore you won't be able to write it. So make sure that you practice this question, because this question, they're always there. This type of question, they're always there. Now, our last question now, 2.1.6. Joyce left Gaborone and wants to pass Sun City to see a friend before driving back to Pretoria. Yeah, remember they're going to Pretoria and they want to just see the place of interest. They just want to have some fun. And then they say, yeah, then provide a set of instruction in bullet form that Joyce can use from Gaborone to Sun City. Yeah, instructions. Yeah, provide a set of instructions. So this question, sometimes it gets people off. Yeah, people, they answer it somehow. Yeah, this question, when they said instruction, because the people, they say they will be driving. Some they will say make sure that they don't drink and drive. Those are the instructions that they will give them. Then make sure that they are wearing seat belts. But what set of instruction are they looking for here, good people? They're not looking for that. They're not looking for instruction that you need to wear your seat belt. Make sure that, because they're looking for fun, and then you don't drink and drive. Yes, those are good. Those are the rules. Are the rules that you need to keep when you're driving, 100%. But the set of instruction that they're looking for here are the directions, which direction that they need to take from Gaborone to Sun City. That's what they're looking for, right? Now let's start. And then how do we go about that? So where is Gaborone? Then we have already highlighted it here at the top. So yes, Gaborone, we can all see it there at the top now. Here we go. But here at Gaborone, but we have to end up where? Here at Sun City. So that's where we need to get to. Now, how do we give the instructions, therefore? And they want this in a point form, most definitely. Now, let's do it. Let's do it and see how we can answer this. We can give these directions. Let's start with the first point, maybe. Point form. Okay. And then from Gaborone, so you're going to say from Gaborone, they will travel from, okay, why am I skipping Gaborone? Okay, let me just put it there. From Gaborone, travel, so you say travel 45 kilometers to what? To Labans. Okay, you cannot see that. Labans. Okay, that's what the first point. Okay, and then maybe a second point, and then we can say at low weights. We get yeah, this weight. It's levels, and then they turn, because they will be facing that direction. Then they will turn what? They will turn left into what? When they turn left here, they are going to, which road is this one? You will remember this road. It is what? It is A2, which is also leading to N4. They will turn left into, if you say A2 or N4, I think that is, it's more the same route, but it's just that it's gonna start from Botswana and then it end up in South Africa, and then when we come to South Africa, we say N4. I get, and then that is the next point there, and the next point. Therefore, as they're driving, then you can see that now they're in South Africa, and then they're going to pass. And then they're gonna pass which place? Therefore, they're gonna pass what is the Rust on N4. Yeah, and then after that, or maybe that point we can remove it. We can remove it here. Yeah, maybe we can remove the N4 there and just put it here. It's still fine. And then from here, and then after passing Zeerust, therefore, then they're going to get at what? They're gonna get at Rustenburg. Now at okay, I think it's Rustenburg, and then they turn where? If they're coming on that way, and then they turn right. Yeah, they will turn right, and do what? And drive. You can say drive, and say drive how many kilos there? 41 kilometers to Sun City. So that's it in this question. I think that's the end of this question. Thank you very much, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure, guys, you like and subscribe and share it with others. Yeah, see you next time. Enjoy. Sharp.